Welcome, Foreman's Foodies and Fireworks. This is my friend April. We met at a retreat and we have been buddies since. We even vacationed together last year, together, just us and our husbands on our Hawaii trip. And we were talking about switching out some training with each other. And so now she has got a great training planned for you guys. So I hope you'll give her your attention and take some really good notes. April, it's all you.
So hi, everybody. I am excited to be here with you all and to chat about something I'm super passionate about in my business that I really impress upon the excitement and importance of it with my team. First, I just want to tell you a little bit about me. So I've been a consultant for about 3.5 years. I was a host for about 12 years. Before that, I had cooking parties every year for 12 years. And 2 a year for the last 6 of those years. My consultant at the time occasionally would ask me if I wanted to make my party be as me as the consultant. And I always said no, because one, I knew I was a busy mom of 4. So I have 4 kids within 5 years. And 2, I didn't really know what that meant. It just sounded like it was extra stuff that I had to do that I wasn't interested in doing. So then one day, one of my girlfriends had joined. She was at a party. She liked certain products. The consultant was like, hey, listen, let's do a party, get you that stuff for free. And you know what, since you're doing the party anyways, why don't you try out being a consultant? You get to keep everything in the kit. And so she was like, okay, well, I don't plan on doing this, but let's see what happens. So she did it for a few months and she earned a couple of really good paychecks. She got a bunch of products for free. And of course, she got the products that she wanted from her party. So when she told me about it, I was kind of like, hold on a second, you got what? Like, how come I haven't been taking advantage of this all these years I've been having parties? So I reached out to my consultant and said, hey, I'm ready for my next party. And I wanted to join as a consultant. And through the phone, she pretty much almost fell over because, you know, usually we don't get phone calls that someone's going to just decide to join their team when it's not someone we've been talking to. So I figured I'd give it a try, nothing to lose. And my first party, something just clicked. I fell in love with the opportunity. I'm a very social person. I liked that I was able to share the tips and recipes that I always enjoyed from the parties I hosted at my house, that I was able to share those with other people. So pretty early on, I found out about fast track to director, and I had started recruiting right off the bat. I had 3 people in my first month of business join my team. And then I decided that I was gonna, fast track. And so I had 7 in my first 2.5 months, and I had the 5 I needed in the team 5,000 to fast track to director. So I pretty much started my team really early on, and it's been, since then, it's been really exciting. One thing after another. I just promoted this past May, same as Tiffany, to senior director. And right now this month, we are working towards hopefully our first month of executive. So the thing I'm going to share with you guys today is the question that a lot of people don't ask. So I know that I wasn't really asked consistently for 12 years. And I know that a lot of people don't currently ask it with their hosts or guests or people they know now, mainly because a lot of people are concerned with hearing the word no. Also because people are concerned with feeling rejection. And a lot of times it's also about having to worry about having extra work, having team members. And what I'll tell you with every single one of those pieces I just said, it's about you. So I'm afraid of hearing no. I don't want to feel rejected. I'm going to have extra work. And what the first thing that people need to realize with recruiting is it's never about you. It's always about the other person. It's always about the opportunities they're going to get. It's always about the things that they can have in their life. It's always about the debt they can now pay off, the groceries they can now afford, the job that they can now stop and stay at home with their kids. The different opportunities that we can share with other people by offering the opportunity. So if you're not sharing that and asking those questions, you're thinking about you. And I know it sounds really harsh, and it's not me trying to be judgmental or mean. It's just me trying to show you the bigger picture, that we all have a duty to be able to share that with other people. And often it's not asking one time. Often it is us having to, kind of talk to people in different words multiple times, not to pressure anybody or to push anybody, but just to help them see the potential and the opportunity that we can share with them. So if you guys have never heard of it, I'm sure Tiffany has it. If she doesn't, I can share it with you. But what changed recruiting for me was a couple years ago, I had done a training from Claudia Bazar. She's a national executive director now. And she shared a image that I use for a very long time in the very beginning when I got started. Now it's just pretty much in my head, so I don't need to look at it. But it's the wording about asking every single host at least 5 times about the opportunity, okay? So if you're not doing that and you're not asking 5 times, you're not gonna get the results that you want, okay? If you ask somebody one time, like my consultant did, sometimes she did, sometimes she didn't, but anytime she asked, it was a one-time deal, and it was, do you want to be a consultant? My answer was no, and she left it at that. So it was never any information about, would you like to earn a flexible income? What if I can help you pay off that debt? I understand that you would love to earn, to get certain products and you can't afford them. What if I can help you to get them or to get discounts? When you're thinking of other people and you're putting them first, it makes all the difference in how people receive what you're telling them or what you're asking them. When you're making it be about you and, join my team, work with me, it's a very different message and people can feel it. So, I would encourage everybody to talk to your hosts multiple times. So the words with that are, if you haven't seen them already, is asking your host as soon as you get the booking with them. You're going to talk to them. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited about having, doing your party with you. What we can actually do is we can change your party into your launch party. So you'll actually earn commission off the sales from your party, and you'll still earn the host benefits. Does that sound like something you would be interested in? And let them answer and let them tell you how they feel about it. If they say no, my response to that is, I understand it may not be something you're interested in right now. Please keep it in mind as we go through your party, okay? And then again, as we're getting the party started, I just want to remind you, we can turn this party into your launch party, and you'll earn the commission from the sales as well as the host benefits in the rewards. Do you want to be able to change this into your launch party and try it out as a consultant? If again, they say no, that's okay. I'm not a negative person, but I do tell my team, I usually expect a no at least the first few times, not because I'm negative, just because I know that it's typical for people to have to wrap their head around the idea and the adding something else to their already busy schedule, right? A lot of us have a million things to do. We never seem to have enough time in the day. But the reality is, we all have the same 24 hours in the day, and it's what we decide to do with that time that is, going to make the difference. So if they're feeling like this would be a potential for them, and this is something that might help them in their family, then they're going to make the time for it. And what I tell people is, if you feel like you don't have the time for it, I totally understand. I have a very busy schedule as well. Do you think you can carve out an hour once a week? Do you think you can carve out 20 minutes 2 or 3 times a week? Helping them to break it down to realize this is something they could potentially fit into their life. And I tell people, I work my Pampered Chef business around my family, not the other way around. So they could really make it be whatever they want it to be, including if they already currently have a full-time job or a full-time job and a part-time job or whatever it is. So again, I'm always thinking about how I can help them, break down the time and realize this is something that they might be able to still do. So if they're still not ready to join at that point, again, not a problem. I understand, that you may not be interested in right now, but as the party gets started, wow, you've done a really great job getting everybody excited in the party. You can tell your friends and family really enjoy Pampered Chef. I know that before you said this wasn't something you might be interested in, but, do you think that you might want to just give it a shot and see what happens and try out the deal that we have in the kit? The kits are great deals. At worst case scenario, if you try it and you decide it's not for you, then you still keep everything in the kit and you'll have a little extra money from the party that you did. Best case scenario, it might be something that's totally amazing and changes your life. If it's still not a yes from that point, I let it go. And then I will, as the party approaches the $300 mark and the $400 mark, I will let them know about the opportunity for kit credit. If you're not talking about kit credit with your hosts, you're missing the boat, and really you're not allowing them the full host rewards, because it's part of being a host. That's part of a host benefit. So you're really depriving of them of that benefit that they have in front of them. So at $300 in sales for their party, they actually are able to use $25 out of their free product toward purchasing any one of the kits, and they just stick it in their cart as a kit credit. At $400 party, they are able to take $50 of that and put it towards the purchase of any kits. So if they say no at that point, then I do talk to them about it one last time before we close up your party. I just want to ask you one more time if this is something that you think you might want to try, and you can decide to stop at any time if you decide it's not something for you. And of course, the kit is yours to keep. So I think that the message with all of this is to realize that sometimes asking once isn't going to do anything. It's not allowing people the full opportunity to process what you're asking them to do. What a lot of times they hear is, do you want more work in your life? Do you want something else to add to your already busy schedule? And that's not what we're offering. We're offering them a flexible opportunity, meaning flexible as in however much or little or, whatever they want. It's up to them. We're not pushing on. Most jobs are certain set hours or certain schedules, or working for someone at their schedule and their commands. That's not anything about what we're offering. So, keeping that in mind. And what I would say to you guys to finish up is just, your mindset's everything. So as soon as you start thinking about it as about for others instead of about yourself, is the second that it's really going to change your outlook on recruiting and really offer other people the opportunity to do something really amazing with Pampered Chef. So I would say for you guys this week, I challenge you to all ask at least 10 people about trying out Pampered Chef, and, post in your team page about your results. If they're not the yeses that you're looking for, embrace the process. It's not always about the results. It's about the process. I think you're on mute.
I said that really ties in really nicely, because we have a look and learn every Wednesday, and that all of our friends that are here can invite their people to the look and learn, and then they don't have to worry about answering the questions because they've got leaders on there to help them navigate that too.
Perfect.
So the graphic, I did a little quick screen share in the middle of April's thing so you guys could see that graphic. It's probably buried deep in our team page, so I will bump it up again. We have about a minute and a half before Rockstars and the Rise starts. So if anybody has a quick question for April, you can ask it real quick. If not, she is on our team page so that you can tag her and ask her too. She's one of those awesome directors that I have help when I need stuff.
Yeah, and I have a call at 8:30 too that I have to get on also. So.
All right. Well, then we'll let you run. Well, if anybody has a question, we'll direct it to you on the team page. And then that way, if the people that are not here for Happy Half Hour can drop off. But before you go, make sure if you are on our team page, you go over there and do a do and tell for you participating in this training. And then I will keep you guys posted on when we will reschedule